but we're live. Yay, we're live. Okay, hi, I'm Kelsey. I'm a comic artist. Today we are drawing Himbos. Now, unlike most streams, I will actually take requests, but your request has to be a himbo. If you have no idea what a himbo is or who a himbo is, I'll give you a quick rundown. So a himbo is somebody who is pure of heart and dumb of ass and hot of bod. They must satisfy those three requirements. If you need like a really good encapsulation of who a himbo is, just picture Kronk from The Emperor's New Groove. Hi, Jessica. And also Jessica says hi, roommate.
Hi.
She says hi. And also Chloe has arrived. Yes. I am so glad that you're here because the first himbo that I'm going to draw, you know who it's going to be. You know who it's going to be, Chloe. One sec. I got to get the share screen going. Yes. Here we go. We're going to begin with, and Chloe says hi, Alex.
Hi, Chloe.
And Alex says hi, Chloe. We are beginning with Gallo-Timos from the movie Promare.
I'm still alive.
that is still my favorite quote of his from the movie when he's like collapsed and everybody's like, he's dead, right? He's got to be dead. And then his suit of armor gets back up and then he's like, I'm alive. Oh, Chloe got a Figma of him today. Nice. I look forward to the pictures on Instagram. Just wanted to highlight the comment. But yes, I look forward to seeing the pictures on Instagram. All right. Now let us set up the ink layer. Turn this down to 50% and begin inking in this sweet paladin boy. And yes, I did build him for D&D 5e. And if you guessed that he was any class other than paladin, you are wrong. I actually drew his eyes a little different than the way I usually draw eyes, so very nice. I've been doing a lot of penciling and stuff today, so I'm really glad that I can actually ink stuff now. We're going to begin with Gallo. I also have Dragon Ball Super's Broly sketched up. So if time allows, might ink him in next. But if you have any other requests for himbos that you would like to see me draw, shout it out in the comments, and I will see about drawing it in this live stream. But they got to be himbos. There we go. Okay. Saving progress for a second. That face is so cute! Thank you, Chloe. Oh, okay. Carlos will be right back. He's got to walk Barkley through the snow. Barkley is the sweetest pupper. Like, I usually don't like high energy dogs, but like, he's a Labrador Retriever.
I like that his name is Barkley.
His name is Barkley, yes. He's great. Okay. Chloe, I'm just seeing your text messages. I can't I can't see the stream. Is it on Twitch or YouTube? The answer is yes. It is on both. All right. I actually got to be right back. I need to switch out my shirt. I probably should have done this before the stream started, but okay, here we go. 1 sec. Enjoy Gallows' face until I return. Okay. I had to change into something a little bit more breezy. Ugh. Is Grog a himbo?
Yes.
I would say yes. He is a himbo. And also, unbelievably, yet what?
Vox Machina!
Yes, also Vox Machina. Chloe and I saw the first 3 episodes yesterday, and we will be rewatching them again because
I'm Alex, not Chloe.
Alex. Sorry, I was just so excited. I was just so excited about the Legend of Vox Machina. Yes, I watched it with Alex. It's so good. Also, yes, Grog is definitely a himbo. He may not be S tier himbo because he's a bit of a murder himbo. Yeah, not a murder hobo, a murder himbo. Also, I appreciate that in the Legend of Vox Machina, there was a band of mercenaries named the Murder Hobos. Like, the murder hobos got murdered. It was great. Hi, Groot. Alrighty. Oh, whoop. Okay. I was a bit concerned for a second. I was like, oh no, did I lose all pen sensitivity again? And I did not. We're good. Oh boy, drawing the Mott toy is going to be interesting. Also, yeah, I definitely cheated when drawing the Mott toy here because I definitely put the original Mott toy on a separate layer and then just like made it not as opaque and just traced it. I cheated. It's mechanical. Can you blame me? I'm not good at the machines. I didn't really like how that part of his mohawk turned out, so I'm going to try drawing it again. There we go. That's a bit better, I think. Yes. Oh, here's a question. Does Link from Legend of Zelda count as a himbo?
I don't know. He's pretty twinky.
He's pretty twinky. I don't know if he qualifies. Because, like, himbos, yes, they are hot of bod, but it is also implied that they are, like, thick of bod. THICC, thick. So I don't.
I'd say he's not a himbo.
Yeah, not a himbo.
He's pretty. He's pretty smart. Because
Yeah.
you have to be smart to get through the.
Yeah,
challenges.
you have to be smart to go through the puzzles in
Yeah.
Zelda. That's true.
So he's not dumb.
He's not
He
dumb
does
of
respect
ass.
his women,
Oh,
but
he does respect it. He drinks his respect women juice.
Yes.
That is an important component of being a himbo. You got to drink
he's
your.
not big and dumb, so I would
Okay.
say not a himbo.
Okay, yeah. The very important thing about himbos is that they are big and dumb, and whether they are sweet or not, kind of depends on the person.
Yeah.
But you know,
This game has Prince Himbo. We don't need any more.
That's true. Breath of the Wild does have Prince Sidon, the one of the best himbos. So I think it has met its quota in that regard. Grog is definitely a himbo, though.
Yes.
Pure of heart, dumb of ass, hot of bod. If you want a good idea of how dumb Grog is, at one point during campaign 1 of Critical Role, Scanlan turned Grog into a giant eagle. And in his giant eagle form, Grog was smarter.
I have an intelligence of 6.
I know what I'm doing. Yep, because Grog's intelligence score is 6. It is not very high. And for context, a giant eagle's intelligence score is 8. So it was hilarious to watch in the stream when Matt was like describing how he transforms, and it's like, you grow feathers. What the shit? And you suddenly, and he flips the pages to be sure, become smarter. That was a great little moment. That and what is a whale? That's Trinket the bear. Because at one point, Vex, the ranger, learns speak with animals so she can just chat with Trinket, the bear, all she wants. And at one point, she just looks at Trinket and is like, just a heads up, you might be turned into a whale. And Trinket's like, what is a whale? And everybody died. All hail! Sorry, I just heard the Korok, like, triumphant noise. Anytime that the little Koroks in Breath of the Wild go, I'm like, all hell! That's a Super Butter Buns reference for anybody who does not know what I'm talking about. But yes, absolutely, Grog drinks his respect women juice because his best friend is Pike, the little gnome cleric. Pikey Poo. Voiced by Ashley Johnson, the actual class clown of Critical Role. This just makes me miss playing D&D.
Same.
Yeah. Soon! Our team will get back together, even if it's virtually on Discord. Really want this session to come back. I know you do too, Chloe, because, and I'll go ahead and say this now, there's a very high likelihood that Gallo and Leo are going to tag along with you guys into the next world that you adventure into. For folks who are tuning in who have no idea what my D&D campaign is, I am the Dungeon Master. I am running a campaign for my players where it's like Kingdom Hearts, but not relegated to exclusively Disney worlds. So the players have the ability to like go into the Promare universe, the Dragon Ball universe. There's references to Oddworld, Abe's Odyssey in a couple of different places. At Sonic, I'm pretty sure that I annoyed everybody when I revealed that y'all were in the Sonic world. Because like
we befriended that.
You befriended that tiger, which I will fully confess I did not expect. But also at the same time, it's like y'all have a bard on your team. I should have expected that y'all would try to befriend the tiger and a cat. Yeah, but Alex is playing a tabaxi sorcerer who is part of the clan of the Jellicle Cats, which is just yes. I'm so glad that I get to incorporate musical numbers in my D&D campaign. Suck it. Oh, if you want to hear me gush a little bit more about like the D&D world that I DM and build and all that stuff, I actually have a podcast called The Fourth Leg, which is a podcast giving new GMs a leg to stand on. And one of the most recent episodes that we just posted talks about our campaign settings and giving little updates on how we're building it now that the characters are like levels 5 to 10 ish. So if you want to give that a listen, let me show you the link. You just go to linktree/KelseyD and check out The Fourth Leg on the menu of items on that page. And it'll take you right to the Fourth Leg podcast. I know. Huh? What?
Said I'm still running around in my Gyarados clothes.
Alex is still having Link the Twink run around in Gyarados clothes, which I mean,
hey, he rocks it.
He does rock it, and also it makes me go, you know what though, a himbo could wear ladies' clothes if he wanted to, because like he do what he want, but also he drink his respect women juice. Yes. So, like, that clothes don't make a man. Yep, Chloe's gushing about the D&D campaign. I made friends with a tiger there. I loved it. Yes, I loved it too. I'm also just really glad that I got to introduce my tiger character, Taj Mahal. That's his name. Yes. Taj Mahal is actually a little puppet character that I puppeteered not for very long. I was not a puppeteer for very long, but I have a little puppet character. I still have the puppet in my room. That, and I have a little lion character. His name is Reginald. And he talks a lot like this. Anytime that he speaks, this is his voice.
And Taj Mahal, the puppet, whenever Taj Mahal talks, this is his voice. Or her voice. It doesn't matter what gender Taj Mahal is. Taj Mahal is a tiger. Mm-hmm. I eat your gender rolls. Mm-hmm. Just like cinnamon rolls. Or flesh rolls. Nom 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 nom.
Okay, I'm going to gush for a second and say this is probably the best set of back muscles I have ever drawn on a character. so far. There will probably be a future comic. No, I guarantee there will be a future comic because, like, given the number of shots of Basho's twin in The Legend of Jamie Roberts when he pops up nude, which is another reason why The Legend of Jamie Roberts will never be on Webtoon, because Webtoon is really strict about their nudity policy, and Jamie Roberts has a lot of, like, non-sexual spirit nudity in there. Which is unfortunate, because how else are you going to see gorgeous man buns? I guess you'll have to go to thelegendofjamieroberts.com and read the story for yourself. Here, thelegendofjamieroberts.com. I mean, read it for the genderqueer pirates going on an adventure treasure hunting in a land full of dragons, but definitely check it out for the man buns. There we go. I gotta say, Gallo being shirtless and wearing baggy ass pants is a capital L look. Hey, I hear the classic Legend of Zelda music playing right now.
There's supposed to be a shrine around here. It's one of the few that I have left.
Are you, like, near the castle? Is that why the music is playing? Ah, gotcha.
Yeah.
Alex is playing Breath of the Wild while we're hanging out and drawing stuff today. Which, you want to talk about a thirst trap. Like, I'll be completely blunt. Ganondorf is my thirst trap. Just, woof. Load that man. Especially in the guest comic for Manly Guys Doing Manly Things, when Bowser just calls up Ganondorf in the middle of the night and is like, hey, Ganon, Peach and Mario are on a break. And freaking Ganondorf is like, Bowser, no, just don't get involved in their mess. And Bowser's like, no, I love Peach. He's like, then why are you calling me up? Because I need your advice on what to get her. Get her? You kidnap her every weekend. No. Like, what stuff can I get for her? It's like, I barely even know Peach. You have like 1 billion sisters. Just tell me what they like. Because technically, in canon, Ganondorf does have 1 billion sisters. The only male Gerudo. He does not qualify for himbo material, though.
He's too smart.
He's too smart. I would say a bit too malicious, but there are some malicious himbos out there.
I feel like he does not respect Zelda. So.
No. Ganon does not drink his respect women juice because he kidnaps Zelda like a lot. Yeah, so it does not qualify. Oh, eventually, Groose from Skyward Sword If you've ever played Skyward Sword.
I have not played it all the way through, but
Yeah.
I do know the characters.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, Groose from Skyward Sword, I would say, qualifies as a himbo. Especially towards, like, the end of the game when he, like, matures as a character. It's like, yes. Okay. You've redeemed yourself. I do kind of agree with Some Call Me Johnny, though, about that game, where it's like, the game really needed a lot more stuff like Groose's character arc. Because as is, Skyward Sword just, it drags way too long.
Look at Link's face. Hang on. Oh no.
I got a decent enough glimpse.
There we go.
I wish y'all could see this. I'm sure this is great live stream material. Look at Link's face, we say off camera.
I'm sorry, I'm just so obsessed with this game.
It's cool. It's cool. Back when I was like playing Dragon Ball Fighters religiously, I would just geek out about it to you like any chance. I would just run into your room and be like, and another thing.
I don't understand, but I'll be happy.
Yeah. It's a lot of that. For the longest time, that was how our mutual friend Sunshine was whenever we talked about Promare. And then we took her to a screening, and then she got it. She got it, and she understood completely. I still love her reaction to the reveal of Deus Ex Machina, which is an actual legit thing from the movie. There's a super weapon revealed called Deus Ex Machina, and it is outrageous, and I love it. I still remember in the theater we were like, one time we killed the sunshine, which is what we say whenever we make Sunshine just explode into laughter.
She has the best laugh.
She has the best laugh. She really do.
Dying whale. And I mean that.
We mean that in the most endearing way possible. Oh, so for the folks who are tuning in for the first time, hi, welcome to the live stream. I stream every Tuesday and Saturday, usually at 2 p.m. Eastern dated time. Do the time zone conversions yourself because I don't know them off the top of my head. There's a website for it. It's like I think timeanddate.com has a time zone converter. It has the ability to count down the days towards a particular deadline, so that's handy. It can also count how many days. So I would not be surprised if there was like a time zone converter. Okay. So there's that. Now we're getting into the Matoi. Okay. I'm not super psyched about drawing the Matoi, but this is what I've gotten myself into. I'm not turning on the symmetry tool for this because the original reference is not symmetrical, so I'm not going to force symmetry on it. There we go. I gotta give Studio Trigger props for being able to draw mechs. Because mechs are something that I'm just like, I can draw it if I have to. I would just rather not. You know, shout out to all of the artists out there who are like, yeah, mechs, my favorite thing. Because, like, sure. I kind of want to pause drawing this thing just to draw more himbos because I like drawing muscles a lot more than mechs, but that is completely my preference. Beep. Oh, I thought the canvas was rotated. It was not. But I'll keep drawing this Ma toy because challenge accepted, motherfuckers. Save the progress so far. Very important to save your progress as you go, kids. Oh my geez. I gotta catch up on comments. Whew. Arch of Winter jumped into the stream at a very interesting point. Groose has the best hair in the franchise. Apparently, Fire Emblem Three Houses is chock full of himbos.
Nice.
So that's something. Ooh, does Clip Studio have warp image tool like Photoshop? Kinda. Here, I'm actually looking at it right now. It has mesh transformation, which is somewhat close. Half of the time it works, half the time it doesn't. To make mesh transformation work, you have to use like the rectangular marquee tool to select the thing that you need. It won't work if you use the lasso marquee and circle an area. I know, I tried that earlier. Mo muscles, mo fun. I feel like Carlos might have a little bit of a bias there because he is a wrestling fan, but 110% agreed. Oh, that's true. They did add in the Liquify tool in Clip Studio Paint, which is the software that I'm using right now, can mirror it and liquify it a little. I could, probably not going to, but I could. I'm just going to keep drawing it. After a while, there's something a little soothing about just inking it in yourself without using mirror tools. Also, this is at an angle, so like copying and pasting and mesh transforming it is not going to get the exact look that I want. Now, Clip Studio does have a symmetry tool, which does make life a whole heck of a lot easier. But I'm not using it here. I actually have a running list of Himbos that could work for drawing today, and I mostly got the list from Overly Sarcastic Productions. Did a video called the tiered Himbo list, where they like had a little debate to see where in the rankings each Himbo would rank from S to F. Highly recommend that stream. It's like an hour and a half-ish, but it's a lot of fun to watch. Grog made the list. So did, interestingly, Launchpad McQuack. I say interestingly because, like, I never would have thought that he would count, but he do. Apparently, it's in canon in Darkwing Duck that, like, Launchpad actually went out on a date with somebody who, like, they're not stated explicitly that they're a lesbian, but like she says something that kind of hints at it, and he's like, "Oh, that's cool," and it's like, dude. The Himbo we didn't know we needed, but one we definitely deserve. So, oh, you want to talk about a controversial pick for the Himbo list? Goofy. That was interesting. For some reason, there are some lists on the internet that will count Goofy as a Himbo.
Well, he is real dumb.
He is real dumb. Not necessarily hot of bod, unless that's your kind of thing, which I'm not going to judge. Oh, right, the Matoy has ribbons. I'm hearing hearts gradually increase. Are you in a hot spring?
Yes.
Okay. I'm just sitting here and I hear shing, boop, shing, boop, shing, boop. And I'm like, are you in a hot spring? Yes. The answer is yes, she's in a hot spring. In Breath of the Wild, that's the sound effects that you hear when you get in a hot spring. I'll fully admit it's been a hot minute since I played any kind of video games, like, at all. For the last couple of months, my free time has been eaten up by this sweater that I've been knitting. It's finally done. If you follow me on Instagram, you likely have seen the pictures for it, but like that sucker took so much time. I'm seeing where the ribbon attaches in this sketch that I did. Like, where did I have the attachment for it? Mm-hmm. All right, so far so good. They've progressed so far. And I forgot to line. Let me add a line. There we go. I remembered the line now. You might be asking yourself, hey, Kelsey, why are you drawing a whole bunch of himbos? A, because I can. B, I want to put them together into a zine in a couple of months so that I have a new zine to debut when and if I do conventions in person again. Also, more art books. Oh, thank you, Jessica. Thank you for saying that it's a very nice sweater. I will say it is the comfiest sweater that I own now, and I love it. I would debut it. You know what? I'm going to debut it. I'll be right back. Why not Himbos? There was a little bit of a talk about Goofy in the comments. So Carlos just chipped in, why not Himbos? Arch of Winter did bring up a good point. Goofy is the only one of the original Mouse Gang that has had a child, so someone found him to be a himbo. Somebody's into him.
True.
Yeah. And there are, no joke, a lot of fan comics out there in the Kingdom Hearts fandom that like they really, really want like Sora, Donald, and Goofy to go to a world and come across Max.
Oh, that's
so
not
that
where I thought you were going with that.
no, no, but they want the gang to like spot Max just out in the wild, and Goofy will be like, "Hi, son," and then Sora and Donald will be like, "Son, Goofy fucks." It's like, yeah, Goofy fucks. Oh, today's mug is Find Your Happy, which is from my local library. I got this for participating and achieving a reading challenge last summer. It's delightful. I love it. My reading challenge this year is to just read all of the books that are on my bookshelf that I have not read yet. I did a count, and there's like 70 books that I have not read yet that are on my shelf right now. I did finish one recently, a collection of short stories by Jeffrey Eugenides. The collection is called Fresh Complaint, which, great name for a short story compendium, by the way. Aside from another short story compendium, I helped my friend Sean put this together, and it is out now. I'll have more details about Sean's short story collection in the next live stream. I don't have a whole ton of info yet, and it's still being rolled out gradually across other platforms. So I'll have more information for you the next time that I stream on Tuesday. Anyway, let me go get my sweater so that I can show it off to you. I'll be right back. Let me get a little banner saying I'll be right back. Okay, there we go. Wait! I must move the canvas. There you go. Have Gallo's handsome himbo face looking at you while I walk off screen.
Oh, yeah, I knew that was going to happen.
Ta-da! It's my first ever sweater that I've ever knitted. It's a little short in the torso because it's my first one, and I should have added a couple more inches. But the sleeves are nice and long, and it's cozy, and I love it. It is my happy sweater. I am knitting a beanie out of the same yarn. Where is this conversation in the chat going? Why not Zoidberg? I don't know how to feel about Zoidberg. Like,
He's kind of a himbo, I guess, in the same vein as Goofy.
if you're into that sort of thing, he could be hot of bod.
He's definitely
He's not my he's not my slice of cheese, but hey. He's definitely dumb. He's dumb in an endearing way.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I should pinch myself. Ah, no, I can't. What'd you find?
The Hylian Shield.
Oh, the Hylian Shield?
Mm-hmm.
Finally, you have something that will complement your Master Sword.
Yeah. Which I have right now. I equipped it.
Yay!
It's a Link.
Yes. It is very Link. I wish y'all could see this. I'm sure this is great live stream material. Eventually, I'll figure out how to set up the game system so that I can like stream gaming stuff while on Twitch, but like I don't want to put that time and effort into it yet.
I would not want people to see how many times I die.
I mean, it's kind of standard for Zelda Breath of the Wild to die. Like,
That's true.
yeah.
Still feel like I die a lot.
The only reason I would maybe want to stream on Twitch any kind of video game content is because I would stream playing the Spyro trilogy, because Spyro is my jam. I grew up with that series, played those games religiously. Like, I know the ins and outs of the original Spyro trilogy, so like the Reignited trilogy, I will say Reignited is like the best way to play the first Spyro game. Also, Matt Mercer does a couple of voices of the dragons.
Good.
So does Travis Willingham.
Good.
Yes. There's a few other voices in there that I'm like, oh, I know this voice. Can't place it, but I know that voice. I think Matt Mercer is like the first dragon that you rescue in that game. Oh, if you're what? Did something break?
No. I opened. There's a lever that you need to hit to open these doors.
Oh.
And this guy came out and hit the lever, and now I'm stuck inside.
Oh, jeez.
Can I? Oh, okay, cool. Somebody hit it again.
Yay!
I'm like, what do I even do?
Alex accidentally got Link trapped in a puzzle, but in a dungeon, but she has successfully gotten him back out. Mostly because an enemy, I think one of the goblin unicorns was like the lumber step and stepped on the switch. I'm really glad that I color code my pencils whenever I work digitally, because that makes inking this in so much easier. Because I just had a second where I was like, do I need to ink this line in? And went, nope. Oh, nice work on the ribbons. Thank you. I appreciate that. Also, the Matoi looks beautiful. Thank you, Chloe. Oh boy. Jessica's like, now I want to see you and Ben and or CJ stream a game together. I think you mean CB, but like, oh man. Well, if any of us does have the capability of streaming video game content, it's Ben. He already has his Twitch set up to do that. So if anything, I would probably just pop in on his stream as like a little guest and just keep him distracted or read character voices. Oh boy, how do you feel about the Spyro brand being bought by Microsoft? Oh yeah, because Microsoft bought Activision Blizzard.
Yeah.
Which is a thing.
Yeah.
I hadn't thought about it until you said something, so thank you for that. No comment yet. Just no comment yet. I need some time to like let the thoughts percolate. Hold on one sec. Okay, I was a little concerned that I lost my pen sensitivity for a second. I did not. Whew. Oh, I feel the need to bring this up. because we finished this anime recently. Leorio from Hunter x Hunter, Himbo. But probably like a B tier Himbo.
He's not quite big and beefy.
He's not quite big and beefy, and also he doesn't drink enough respect women juice.
True.
Because of that one incident in the Hunter exam.
True.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, not quite there, but he's got the potential.
He does.
He's got the potential to be Himbo.
I feel like that's the only instance that he's around women. Like,
Oh my god, I think that is the only instance he's around women, isn't it?
that show had very few women.
Yeah, and like the women that they do have are either like really sneaky and suspicious or
Palm.
or Palm.
The best character of all.
I wasn't sure what to make of Palm at first, and when I read the original manga, I only made it through like up to a certain point in the Chimera Ant arc. But then when Palm came back, I was like, okay, yeah, no, she's the best character.
Yeah.
Like, and it's funny to me that she became cool after, spoilers, she turned into a Chimera Ant of sorts, like a Chimera Ant hybrid. This show is whack.
It is.
Yeah.
But she's so dope.
She is dope.
She was cool before too. She risked her life and her dignity to go find out information
In the palace.
Yeah.
Yeah. She did do that. At the same time, she was like absolutely bananas.
True.
Absolutely
True.
bananas. Like,
you are not wrong.
yeah. Also, I need to take a second because Gone. Baby. At one point, Gon was like, yeah, I've gone on plenty of dates. And it's like, and Killua is like instantly jealous, like, oh my god, I didn't think that he was such a ladies' man. And Gon's like, it turns out they call those kinds of ladies cougars. And it's like, Gon! Gon! You are 12! Like, you should not! Like, oh my god. Yeah. Just you want to talk about potential himbo material as soon as Gon becomes an adult.
Yes. Hey,
he's going to turn into Gallo.
He technically qualifies. He was big and beefy for a minute there.
Yeah, because he sold his soul to do it.
He was still big and beefy.
He was still big and beefy, but he sold his soul to make it happen.
It all works out.
Yeah.
Killua comes through.
Killua does come through for him, but it's also like he
Best
definitely,
friend.
yeah, he definitely sold his soul though. Yeah, like you cannot deny that.
Well,
These lines are a bit too thick. One sec.
he did it out of friendship.
He did do it out of friendship, but he definitely sold his soul to get that power. There we go. Okay. Dear diary, the walls are closing in. I've run out of rations, and all I have left are 2 salt rocks that keep attracting deer, and I honestly don't know where they're coming from. To whoever finds this, tell Deborah I love her. Tell her that those were the best milkshakes that I've had in my life. Shout out to Super Butter Buns for the joke, because that was great. Okay, there we go. Now we have Gallo all inked in. Look at him, he's so pretty. Look at that. I'm actually really pleased with how that math toy came out. One thing I am going to do is I'm going to go back in and ink in some blacks to really make this sucker pop. I'm going to do it on a separate layer though, just in case. When working in black and white, it helps to add some shadows to make things pop. There we go. I was like, let's try that again. And the second time worked better. Yeah. That helped a bit. Gonna add one more. Yeah. There we go. Looking pretty dang good, if I say so myself. Ah, yes, thank you, Chloe. I do agree. He is quite beautiful. I love him. I love how he turned out. Okay. So we got that done. I'm going to change out of this sweater again. Oh, the keys.
Yes.
Okay. I gotta wonder why the bats are called keys in
Yeah, I mean,
Zelda.
the deer are called deer.
Yeah.
The foxes are foxes.
Maybe it's to delineate them as separate from other bats.
I guess they're more monster than bats.
They are kind of cyclopsy looking bats. Yeah.
They just look like the bats from Pokemon.
Kinda, yeah. Zubat is the Pokemon. Okay. Yeah.
Super unfamiliar.
It may have been like many years since I've done anything related to Pokemon, but yes. Mm-hmm. All right, I gotta switch out of this sweater again. Oof.
Oh.
Shrine?
Shrine!
Yay!
I found it!
A shrine has been found. More costume changes than Lady Gaga. You're welcome, Carlos. Alrighty. Now that we have Gallo's inks finished. I'm actually going to save the colors for a different day. Because one of the things that I wanted to achieve relatively soon was getting the line arts for this Himbo zine done and worry about the colors at a separate step. So I'm going to close out Gallo here in a second. We're going to leave him on screen so that we can bask in his glory a little bit longer. But I'm going to bring up another set of pencils for another Himbo and ink that in next. This next Himbo should be a little bit faster because he doesn't have any mech parts on him. Okay, here we go.
Did they have Jane on that list of Himbos?
Oh, Jane from Firefly?
Yeah.
No, but Jane realistically should be on there.
Yeah, he's a Himbo.
He is
He needs to respect his women a little more.
He does need to respect his women a little more. So he's more like a C or D tier Himbo. Yeah. Kind of at the same rank as Goku.
Yeah.
Because like Goku, he's a lower tier Himbo because like, well, he doesn't mean to. His actions can be interpreted as like overtly malicious. But Dragon Ball Super Broly is a Himbo. And I will fight you on that. Very much Tarzanian Himbo. Like, he, in canon, in the movies, at one point, like, somebody is, like, bothering the heck out of a lady character, and Broly just goes up to the guy and is like, I think you need to leave. And I'm like, yes, baby! Already you are infinitely better than the original incarnation of Broly and Z. Honestly, the super version of Broly is like, just chef's kiss. Mwah, it's so good. I love him to bits. At one point, he actually comes out and he's like in tights, and the other characters just look at him casually and are like, "Hey, why aren't you in armor?" And Broly's just like, "No good. It's too tight." And it's like, "Sir, sir, your muscles are distracting." Like, oh goodness. Now, for Broly's hair, I had to improvise a little bit because I tried looking up some reference images, and the references that I found kept cutting off. Like the way that the original images were framed, it would cut off the top part of his head, and I'm like, but I need to see the top part of his head because I need to know how his hair sits. So I had to improvise a little bit. At some point, I'm going to rewatch the Super Broly movie just so I can actually get some decent ass references for how his hair looks. Oh, it sounds like Alex is going through a test of strength. I gotta wonder, now that Chris Ayres has passed away, may he rest in peace, how they're going to handle Frieza in future Dragon Ball Super movie installments, because there is another Dragon Ball Super movie slated to come out. I don't know. I can't remember how soon, but like at some point. I don't think Frieza makes an appearance in there. I wouldn't be surprised if he did, though. And I gotta wonder how they're going to address that now that Chris Ayres has passed. In the English dub, anyway. Like, I wonder who they're going to get. Also, I gotta give mad props to the artists and animators for any Dragon Ball media for actually drawing nipples on their men.
It doesn't happen a whole lot.
It doesn't happen a whole lot in anime, but when it does, it's odds are pretty high it's going to be in Dragon Ball. Oh, you know what? I had mentioned a list of himbos. Let me just casually bring it up here. Okay, here we go. No, not that one. Not that notebook. Potential himbos. Well, I can cross Gallo off the list because obviously.
Wouldn't Yasha technically be considered a himbo?
I think Yasha did make the list, actually.
Good.
As like an honorary one. Kind of like Sailor Jupiter is an honorary himbo. Fezzik from Princess Bride. Yeah.
He's the best himbo.
Yeah. He's the best himbo. Also, I would argue Kuwabara from Yu Yu Hakusho
Oh, for sure.
for sure is on the himbo list. Right up there with Knuckle from Hunter x Hunter.
Yes.
Because they're basically the same character.
Yeah.
Same hair and everything. Just, man.
Oh, that's not what I wanted to do.
Apparently, Gallo has nipples for one shot in Promare, and that was it.
What was the point?
A, what was the point? B, what was the shot?
Yeah,
Where was this? Chloe, you are our expert Promare expert. What shot was this in? Oh.
Probably already queuing it up, going scene by scene.
Oh, probably. We love you, Chloe. You know, I was thinking about this the other day because I was talking with my friend Jazz, who's going through some stuff right now. Like, y'all, give some good vibes to Jazz. He's going through some stuff. But he and I were talking, and he was bitching about a friend, and I was like, you know, there's one person in every group of friends that nobody fucking likes, right? And then I thought about it, and I went, hold on a second. Because the ism goes that if you think about it, if there's a person in your friend group and they pause and they go, I disagree, that person is the person that nobody fucking likes. And then I just sat there and I had the realization of, I'm not sure that I agree that in my circle of friends, there's one person that nobody likes. And then I went, oh, that means I'm that person.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am. I can think of several things that would qualify me as being the friend that nobody fucking likes.
But we do.
But you do. I imagine that those are the characteristics that are like, I could dislike you for that, but it's a feature, not a bug. I can still remember in college, there was a painting class that I did. And one of our assignments was we had to paint our own self-portraits. And I was like, okay, interesting, but okay, I could do that. And then I painted my self-portrait and then I shared it with the class. And there was one dude who was like, oh yeah, you can definitely tell that it's Kelsey because of that air of superiority. And I'm like,
oh, wow.
Oh. So okay,
wow,
we're going there. So I guess I have an air of superiority about me. That shit ain't going away. But yeah, that was one of the more interesting critique circles that I ever partook in. Hey, Alex, did you ever have any interesting critique circle stories?
Oh,
Because she and I went to the same art school.
yeah.
I can think of another one if you're stumped or if you need more time.
I don't really have any bad ones.
Well, lucky.
I mean, people said negative things, but I just didn't care.
Yeah.
Because I was in art school for a very different reason than the people around me were in art school for.
Yeah.
They all wanted to be very serious, like, gallery artists, and I did not.
Yeah.
So they were like, it's not something that I would hang up in a gallery. I'm like, well, that's not what it's for, so fuck you.
Yeah. Yeah, that's partly why critique circles were an interesting time for me as well, because like a lot of my other classmates were kind of in that boat of like, oh, I am going to be a capital A artist,
Yeah.
showing my work in a gallery,
Yeah.
and it will make me famous, and one day I'll make it into MoMA. And I'm like, I'm drawing comics.
I'm like, okay, you do that.
I'm drawing comics, and now I'm drawing Himbos.
Yeah, so that's how they were at the beginning, and then by the time I was like I guess you'd say senior, I don't know, whatever.
Yeah.
It was me and people that I actually liked in
Yeah.
all of the advanced classes.
Yeah.
So we were pretty chill with each other.
Yeah, same. I had that experience too.
I remember being really mad because one time I painted, it's in my bedroom, that big balloon picture.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I took like a million reference photos of actual balloons that I had blown up and made into a big tunnel in my room. And this one kid was like, well, why wouldn't there be reflections of the other colors on the other balloons? And I was like, because that wasn't in the fucking reference photos.
Yeah.
They were very opaque balloons.
Yeah.
I remember being very mad about that. I like brought my laptop up and I was like, look at all the pictures. But that's like the only time I can remember getting mad about something in a critique.
Yeah. Interesting critique story that I have. It didn't even involve me. It involved Gordon.
Oh, I love Gordon.
I love Gordon.
He retired?
Yes, I heard that Gordon retired. Yeah. Gordon was the director of the Arts Village, the learning community that we were both a part of. He did a few art classes with Bill. Bless Bill. He had originally gone to school like 40 plus years ago for becoming a minister, and then when he was like 60 or 70 years old, he decided, I'm going to get a master's in art, but had never taken an art class in his life. So whenever people got their pieces together for critique circles and Bill would show off his stuff, like the master's level students would be talking about concepts and being like, oh yes, the foreground image, blah 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 blah, the background image, blah 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 blah, the hue here, blah 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 blah, and Bill would just stare at them, and he would just kind of smile and nod, and Gordon would have to play translator, and Gordon would be like, okay, you make that big thing bigger and make the little thing littler. And then Bill would just look all the other students and be like, well, why didn't you just say that? Oh, Bill was fun. I look forward to drawing him for this short story. Like, okay, I can't talk too much about this comic short story that I'm going to be drawing, but there is a comic short story that I will be drawing talking about the 3 weeks that I spent in Navajo Nation, and a good chunk of that time was spent hanging out with Bill. And Bill had some great isms during that entire trip. Like at one point he was just like, and you know, as somebody who was a minister for years, I'll take him at his word on this. He was like, fuck is not our God, so it is not a swear word. And I'm like, good, Bill, I appreciate that. There is, okay, a little bit of a surreal moment that this happened, but this is a thing, and I cannot make this up. This is a thing that actually happened. So during this trip to the Navajo Nation, I stayed behind at camp while everybody else went skinny dipping. And there was another person who was on the trip who also stayed behind, and it was me, that person, and then like the other, like, I hesitate to call them chaperones because they were not chaperones. They did shit just as wacky as we did. But, you know, the gray-haired ones among us also stayed behind to set up the sweat lodge that we were going to partake in later that day. So it was me, the one other person. I wish I could remember her name off the top of my head, but she and I were both sitting around the campfire just talking stories. And I'm trying to remember this guy's name. The British one was also sitting with us at the campfire, and we're all just hanging out and doing our thing. And it's like early morning haze. It's like 7 a.m. in the mountains in northern Arizona, and everything's foggy and sunny. And we look over by Francis Burnside's trailer, and we see out of the mist, Bill is emerging, looking positively confused. And we're like, did something bad happen? What's going on? Why is he dazed? Did he come across a spirit of some sort? Did something happen? What? And he just comes up to us around the campfire, looks at all of us, and goes, do any of you know how to toss a salad? And we're like, yes, Bill. Yes, Bill. We know how to toss a salad. It's very important that he knew in that moment that we knew how to toss a salad. That was a fun trip. going to catch up on comments for a second. Catching up on Gallo's nipples. Hashtag release the nipple cut.
Yes.
Yes. Oh!
They just look weird without nipples.
So Gallo has a nipple shown in his title card when he's introduced. And then Carlos is like, tittle. Tittle card. You know, Arch of Winter does bring up a good point. I'm wondering if nipples are just hard to track in animation, so no one animates them.
Maybe.
That could be.
I guess. They're just like, just circles. I mean, whatever, it's fine.
Also, Chloe was reacting to my ism about there's one person in every group of friends that nobody fucking likes, and I am okay with being that friend. And Chloe's like, no, you're amazing. Stop it. Like, I will accept my truth, God damn it.
We won't let you.
Well, you know, you do bring up a good point. Who else among us is willing to draw himbos on a live stream?
Right.
So I can't be that friend in the group of friends that nobody fucking likes because I draw himbos live on Twitch and YouTube. I can't be the friend that nobody fucking likes. My tea. It's been a minute. While I'm thinking about it, as a heads up, next week I'm streaming on Tuesday, but not on Saturday. For a couple of different reasons. One, it's kind of looking like next week, Saturday, will be about my only day off. So I kind of need that to be my day off. Second, the original idea that I wanted to stream about that day, I need a little bit more research into. One of the things I want to do for February is I want to make a mini comic about. Sorry, I felt a burp. It's not coming up. But I want to do a mini comic about Bass Reeves, one of the coolest cowboys of the West. Well, not cowboys. He was a marshal. He was like, I think, the first black marshal of the West. But A, I need to do a little bit more research to see if that's true or not. B, I know for a fact, because of some of the research that I did already, he arrested over 3,000 criminals in his career and never got injured. Like he never took a gunshot wound. Like, he dealt gunshot wounds, but he never took one himself. Yeah, good for him. That's ballin'. If you've seen the version of the Magnificent Seven that came out a few years ago with Denzel Washington and Chris Pratt, before it was revealed that Chris Pratt was a bit not likable, but it also had Vincent D'Onofrio and a few other like cool actors in there. Denzel Washington's character is actually modeled after Bass Reeves, which is pretty cool.
That is cool.
Yeah. Also, because I was obsessed with that movie for a little while, so I watched the behind the scenes featurettes for it. There's a scene towards the end when the when the capitalist is cornered by Denzel Washington's character and Denzel Washington shoots him in the ass. It was actually the actor who plays the capitalist. He was like, what if I got shot in the ass? At the director, and the director was like, cool, let's do it. We're going to make that happen. Also, I just appreciate that in the Magnificent Seven, it's not like a gang of roving Mexicans that terrorizes the town. It's one capitalist pig. The true villain was capitalism the whole time. Anyway, I kind of want to gush a little bit more about Dragon Ball Super's Broly, just because he's just so dang sweet. In his character design, he has this like fur belt around his waist, and this is actually revealed in the movie. That is an ear from one of the creatures on the planet that he got banished to. Because he had befriended it and he named it Ba. And he called it Ba after the noise that it made. And he's like, and he and I would sit together, and he was my best friend. And then my dad shot off his ear.
Oh no.
And ever since then, Ba did not want me anywhere near him. So I keep his ear to remind me of the days when we were friends. And I'm like, Broly! Baby! Like, this version of Broly, so much better. In my eyes, anyway. But, like, baby! I just want to gush about that a little bit, because it's like, oh, you pulled a Disney princess and you befriended the local wildlife that would try to eat you. That's great. Improvising the lines a little bit here. Okay. I'm going to use the transform tool to change that up a bit here in a sec, but let me finish some stuff first. Oh, that's a wolf. Okay. Wolves are dicks in Breath of the Wild.
Oh, they are. I'm just chilling.
Wolves in the Breath of the Wild are the chickens of other Zelda games. Because the chickens of other Zelda games actively try to attack and murder you.
I mean, only if you attack them first.
Still.
But it's still a good analogy.
Yeah.
/ metaphor. I remember.
Analogy, I think.
I used to know a difference, and now I do not.
There we go. I actually got mesh transformation to work. Yay. I don't necessarily need it here, though, I don't think. So, free transform. That's a bit better. Okay. Still need to ink in his hair. I kind of don't want the ink. I don't want to ink the hair in yet because I want to make sure that I got it sketched out right. So I think I'll save that for another day. Oh, first name that my eyes landed on when I looked at my himbo list. Alex Louise Armstrong. I'm going to draw him next. Let me get...
Down the Armstrong line.
For generations!
Up, Bree.
Excuse me a moment. I must intercept my cat.
Bree. Chase the baby.
She definitely looked at me in the hallway as soon as I said her name and went, trying to argue.
I didn't do anything, Mother. Oh, she did do something, little shit. Hey, you.
I changed my mind. This is my least favorite part of this game. Not that island where they take all my shit away.
Oh, now I have a Bree in my lap.
This is the little booger. Hey, you. Yes, you're on camera. Look at the camera. Hey, you. Hey, booger.
I do like this cool skeleton suit.
I got your evil butt serpent. What you gonna do?
I was waiting for Jessica being like, hi, Bree.
Mm-hmm.
Obligatory cat moment.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Hmm?
I have to fight one of these fuckers in the dark.
Oh dear. Some interesting times going on in Breath of the Wild at the moment.
Okay, Bree. Are you going to settle? I'm going to get back to drawing.
Shedding cat hair all over my tablet. Like you do. Okay. Okay, for Alex Louise Armstrong, I'm going to need some reference materials because I need references for his perfect jawline. and his spectacular curly cue of a hair. I probably won't be using this as a reference, but I'm going to bring this up anyway because it's funny. Okay, Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood and Trigun, for me, are tied for first place for best first episode of an anime. Also, I mean, I would almost qualify Vash's Stampede as a himbo.
He is pretty dumb and respects women.
He does drink his respect women juice.
He's dumb in some
dumb in some ways, but also like smart in other ways.
Yeah.
I think he's the kind of character whose wisdom is really high, but intelligence is really low.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or like best encapsulation of like high wisdom, low intelligence character besides Caduceus from the Mighty Nine, is Zuko just going, "That's rough, buddy."
So good.
Yeah. I think that's a good encapsulation of like a high wisdom, low intelligence character. Just here's tragic thing. That's rough, buddy. Oh, the YouTube channel that we catch sometimes, Tulok the Barbarian, did a video of how to play Armstrong in Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition.
Nice.
It's great. I don't remember how he built the stats, but the video exists. It's great. Ah, here we go. This is a better oh god, it's so tiny. That there's a better reference for Armstrong's general head shape. Let me see if I can find another one that's a bit better quality. The Confessions tumblers. Watching both Major and General Armstrong being defended by Izumi was hilarious to me.
Izumi is the baddest bitch.
Izumi is the best housewife. She really is. She is the best housewife to exist in anime. Particularly in Brotherhood. Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to use this as an image ref. Let me get back to my little working document for Armstrong here. Oh, hold on. Bree's getting the itchies. I'm going to give her the scritchies.
You keep shedding all over my tablet, baby.
Oh, I must be getting the good stuff. Your little paw was twitching there for a sec.
It looks just so much better with nipples. I looked at Chloe's text finally. He just looks better with nipples.
I mean, most men look better with nipples, in my opinion. I am definitely going to be drawing Armstrong with nipples. Even if the original like anime does not show him with nipples, I'm going to draw nipples on that man. Men with strong chins and jawlines are like, challenge accepted to me. So this is a little thing. I had this as a passing thought, but I think I'm going to make it happen. I was thinking about making February fan art February and just posting fan art stuff every day on February on Instagram and stuff. Just doing that as like a little artist challenge.
I like that.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I'm going to do it.
Yes, baby. Oh, little peppers.
That's the thing about Bree Bree. Bree Bree does not purr loud. She never really has. Even when she was a kitten, she would not purr very loudly. Most of the time, you can only hear it if you put your ear directly on her belly. It's very cute. Okay, getting the general outline of where I want his body to sit. Have to draw the sparkles. It's Alex Louise Armstrong. There must be sparkles. I'm so glad that this like mirroring or the flip horizontal tool exists in Clip Studio. It makes catching art goofs a lot easier. You know what, Alex? Just for you, for this Himbo zine, I'm going to draw Prince Sidon. I need to see this in the manga. There is a page in the Full Metal Alchemist manga with a picture of baby Armstrong. It's apparently hilarious. I like to imagine that he just came out of the womb with the curly Q and a mustache and a perpetually grumpy face. Let us know how close we are to that description. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna bring this over here because I need to reference how his abs and stuff got drawn. Because his abs look different from the way that I usually draw abs. Just thinking about the Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood bloopers and outtakes.
Granny's making stew tonight.
Fuck yeah!
There's one where like Greenling is talking and he's like, you can even say he's taken the powers of God for himself. Cut to Armstrong being like, oh. And then Ling's like, no, would you please put on a fucking shirt? That and the one where they're laying out the sheets of paper on the floor trying to piece together a map, and it's like, that's the last one, and then everyone in the room is like, Also, hearing Travis Willingham do the voice of Roy Mustang is like, sometimes I forget that he is the voice of Roy Mustang.
Killing his wife.
Killing his wife, because Laura Bailey does the voice of Lust. I bet that was a wild trip to the voiceover booth that day. I think I know what part of my problem is. I've made Armstrong's titties too big. That's a bit better. I think I figured out what I did that made it so that I couldn't do mesh transformation for a second. Because like you can do lasso and you can do mesh transformation, but you gotta not hit this little button here, which is scale rotate. As soon as you hit it, mesh transformation option turns off in this menu. That was what happened earlier. That's good to know. So far, looking extra sparkly. It's a little distracting right now because I keep hearing, I'm pretty sure it's Beetle. I'm not looking at the screen, but I'm pretty sure it's Beetle just being like, wow, yeah!
I'm selling him stuff.
Okay. All right, so far so good. There's a part of me that kind of wants to leave it like super duper sketchy, and at the same time, I know I'm going to be inking this in, so it's like, where do I cut him off? Oh, Simply Callie, sneaking in, having an interesting work day. Hope everyone's doing well. Yes. Also, I hope if you're watching this and you're in the Northeast, I hope that y'all are doing okay, that you're safe, that you got plenty of like hot drinks, and that you're staying cozy. Because, oh, I did see in the news, and I'm hoping my Pittsburgh peeps are okay. There's a bridge in Pittsburgh that collapsed.
Yeah, my dad told me about that.
Yeah, the Fern Hollow Bridge just fell down. It like injured 10 people because there were like 5 cars and a bus that just fell.
Nobody died though.
Nobody died, thank goodness,
Yeah.
but like, yikes. Whew. So, to my Pittsburgh peeps, hope y'all are doing okay. I'm sure, though, that you are not surprised. Because, like, apparently, like, all of the bridges in Pittsburgh did not score super duper well in terms of, like, you know, safety or being up to date.
Yeah.
Or anything like that. And I'm just like, yeah, after having worked in that area a number of years, I'm kind of not surprised about the bridge collapsing, and at the same time, it's like, wow. Yeah. Kind of surprised it happened this soon.
Right.
Yeah. At the same time, it's like, I feel like it's kind of poignant considering, and yes, I'm going to bring politics in for a hot second, considering that Congress had been like debating over the Build Back Better Act. Mm-hmm. And it's like, oh, a bridge collapsed. Maybe we should revisit this bill.
Maybe.
Maybe. We'll see. Well, Joe Manchin won't, because Joe Manchin is a corporate Democrat. Fuck the corporate Democrats. But also, just screw Joe Manchin in particular. Having lived by the West Virginia border for a number of years, I can tell you right now, everybody is fed up with Joe Manchin. I'm not afraid to talk about politics, because there for the longest time, politics was like a hobby. Like, I would participate in indivisible groups, go to rallies and protests and shit like that. And I will 110% do it again. So I'm not afraid to talk about politics, but I also know that there are going to be some people on the internet who will not like some of the opinions that I have. And I'm like, you know what? I'll just draw art for now. If you want my political opinions, just follow me on Twitter. Oh, I was looking to see if this reference image of Armstrong had gloves, because sometimes he wears gloves, sometimes he does not. Taking a look at my folder where I have some reference images saved, and I thought that was Armstrong there for a second, but it is not. It is somebody else. I'm going to take a sec to dig through the reference folder that I have to see if I can find anything else that's Armstrong related. All hail! Sorry, I heard another Korok pop up.
I realized a couple nights ago, or last night, I don't know, if you're far enough away, they kind of look like Baby Yoda. Just like a little bit.
Vaguely?
They've got like the pointy ears and the green face and the cream bottom.
Okay. Okay.
Just for like half a second, I was like, Baby Yoda? I was also very tired.
I forgot for a minute that the voice actor who does the voice of Maze Hughes, as well as Krillin, is also an artist, like a cartoonist. I have some of his cartoons like saved here. Hold on, I'm gonna bring one up. He's actually pretty good. Don't hate the player, baby. Okay, back to the search. Oh, dang, I just realized what time it is. I'm going to wrap up the live stream here because it's been 2 hours. Here, I have another glorious shot of Alex Louise Armstrong here. And, oh, going to catch up on comments. Yeah, I saw that. I saw that in the news, talking politics again. Biden planned to visit that bridge to talk about infrastructure too.
Yeah,
and
literally the day of.
The day of, and then it collapsed before he arrived. And it's like, poignant. It's appropriate and very poignant. So like, yep, that is a thing. That is a thing that happened. Oh boy. So did not expect to talk politics in this live stream, but there you go. Also didn't expect to be drawing Armstrong. Oh my God. Chloe just realized Armstrong has just about the same mustache as Ignis from Promare. Almost. Armstrong's mustache is a little more curly Q along the edges. Ignis is more straight. Straight and practical. Ignis! They can be BFFs. Oh, they can be BFFs. I was reading that wrong. But yes, they can be BFFs. Yes, and they can do the manly handshake like Armstrong did with Izumi's husband. Yes. Ah, I am down for this. You don't expect to draw Armstrong just like you don't expect him to take off his shirt. You know, it is funny. Nobody expects him to take off his shirt, and yet he does this a lot. You would think people would expect this of him eventually. You would think. Oh, the correction. When he'll take off his shirt. Very important caveat.
Yes.
Nobody knows when he will take off his shirt. They just know that he will. You bet your sweet Bippy he will. All right, we're gonna call it there for now because it's like 4:09 by my clock. It's been long enough. We're gonna call it here. Anyway, so thank y'all for watching. Like I said, I'm going to be streaming again this upcoming Tuesday, 2 p.m. Eastern Dated Time on YouTube and Twitch. And then I am taking the following Saturday off. So stay tuned for the next live stream. If you would like to find more of what I do and check out archived live streams, look at my comics and things like that, just check out Linktree/KelseyD. Everything is there. Oh! Before I forget, this weekend is the last weekend that you can get 50% off my prints in my Ko-fi shop. That you got to use the link in the doobly-doo if you're watching this on YouTube. Otherwise, use the link on Linktree for 50% off. You got to use the links, otherwise the discounts will not apply. But it gets you 50% off all of my prints in my shop. That is going to be relevant until the end of this month. When February 1st rolls around, they're going back to regular price. And checking on the comics or the comments. Everyone stay warm if you're somewhere cold. Yes. I will say, kind of glad that I did not leave the house today because today's high is 17 degrees here. No. Chloe, he's beauty, he's grace, he's gonna sparkle in your face. Armstrong does sparkle quite brilliantly. Yeah, that's pretty much all I've got for now. Check out my stuff. Oh, and Callie's like, I've been freezing taking puppy out. Yeah. Callie's puppy is so cute. The pictures of the itty bitty baby corgi that I've been showing you, that's Callie's puppy.
She's so cute.
She is very cute. If you would like to see some pictures, head on over to my Tiny Dinos Discord. To join the Discord, you got to give a tip on Ko-fi or Patreon. Those links are on Linktree. That's all I've got for now. Stay tuned for future live streams where I draw Himbos again. Next live stream, I'm going to be drawing character designs for a fighting game concept that I've been working on. I keep saying that's all for now. But now, seriously, that's all for now. I got to log off and eat something. Thank y'all so much for watching. You are awesome.